What is up, you guys? So as you can probably tell from the title of the video, I have a big announcement to make, and I'm very excited to make this announcement. It's been probably exactly a year in the making. So I appreciate everybody who's watching this taking the time to allow me to present this announcement to you. So I am starting a parts company, basically. The parts company shares the same name as my YouTube channel. It is SW Speed Co. So my main big picture goal for this business is be able to sell high quality aftermarket car parts in different price ranges. So there will be, parts for people who are on a budget, and then parts for people who want to spend a little bit more money. But regardless of, the price range, I want them to be high quality. So the difference between those quality levels would be manufacturing processes. So right now, since this is a small company and I don't have any investors, this is all just me, we're starting at the low budget. So I've been designing parts and tools primarily for Subarus. At this point, some stuff is universal just because that's what I'm working with at the moment is Subarus. So I'm making a lot of Subaru parts and Subaru tools, but I will be making stuff for other cars and other Subaru models and branching out the most that I can. So if you watch car YouTube videos or are consuming any sort of modifying cars and automotive media, you've probably heard of 3D printing. Until recently, it's been primarily used for prototyping. Over the past few years, there's been a lot of advancements in 3D printing technology, and they've been developing materials that can be 3D printed, but also have different physical properties that make them better suited for actual functional parts. So you can now 3D print something and use it as a final product. And that's really cool because if you want to call it machining method of 3D printing, but the way that the 3D printer works, you can make designs that you can't do with a CNC machine or would be extremely difficult and would require a lot of skill. You could do crazy things with a 3D printer. So it's a really cool technology to play with, and I've been having a lot of success with making very functional automotive parts. To begin this adventure of this business, I designed a bunch of tools and parts by myself and optimized 3D printing files for different filaments. As the startup for this business, what I am doing is I am putting these products that I've designed on a website, and swspeedco.com, go check it out. And all these parts are going to be print to order. So if somebody places an order for one of those parts, I will print it and then ship it out. And what this does is it makes it easy for me to start up a business without investors, because I'm not having to put too much money into printing, or if you're doing injection molding parts, you'd have to do high quantities. You have to get 1,000 of them and then hope you sell 1,000 of them. So this way, I made the designs, the print files are ready. So if you order something from the website, I will print it as soon as possible and ship it out. And then as the company grows and I get busier, I can buy more printers, and then I can keep up with the demand. And that's stage one of this business. So if it gets to that point where I have multiple printers running all the time and lots of parts coming in and I'm making profits, then the next stage, stage two, will be CNC stuff. So I will start probably building some small tabletop CNC machines, and a lot of these designs that I have that I'm 3D printing stuff for, I will start machining them out of aluminum. And that will be the higher end of the budget parts. So anodized aluminum parts, that's stage two. And then hopefully stage three, if that stuff all works out, I'd really like to get a big CNC machine and start doing maybe some engine stuff or CNCing larger parts basically. But that's probably years down the line. So for right now, we are starting out slow so I can get comfortable with this and get things moving. So I don't want to ramble too much, but that's the basic idea. So if you go check out swspeedco.com, I'll link it down below. You can Google it. Also, hopefully we'll have the YouTube shop thing set up, so that should pop up there and you'll see some of my products. So if you want to hear more about my business, keep watching the video, and I'll show you all the products that I have currently on the website and some products that are not on the website yet but will be soon, so you guys can go to the website and see if you want to buy anything. So let me show you all my products. Just for starters, here's my beginning setup. This is my 3D printer. It's a Bamboo Lab P1S, and it's upgraded to print with carbon fiber composite materials. So what I did for that was I upgraded the extruder gears to be hardened steel. And then I also have, you probably won't be able to see this, but Up in here, this is a E3D Obsidian X nozzle, so that's like a hardened nozzle. This printer is very good for printing nylon, which is why I bought it. It's also very fast. It's a very fast printer, and it prints nylon, which you need an enclosure for, and you need to maintain like good temperatures to not get warping and stuff. It's a very difficult filament to print with, but if you want to check this out, this is my prototype or test print drawer, which is very full of test prints. So this is just all me optimizing print files and trying to figure out how to print with these filaments. So when you guys order parts and you get them, they're going to be the highest quality that I can deliver. So that's proof of me testing this stuff, and that's something I'm pretty proud of. Also, what goes along with printing nylon, you need a dryer. So this is my filament dryer. Nylon's really hydroscopic, so it absorbs water really quickly, and it'll even absorb water while you're printing. So if you just have the spool out in the air right here, it'll absorb water, the print quality will go bad. So you have to dry them while you print. So this is just my, my basic setup. So let me show you some of the parts that I have, and you can get more like detailed descriptions and stuff if you go on the website. I have pictures and descriptions and everything up there. Hopefully this will be my moneymaker because I really like this thing. So this is a 3-in-1 Subaru Oil Funnel. So what this does is it's obviously an oil funnel. So it has threads on here that are the same threads as your Subaru oil filler cap. So you unscrew your oil filler cap, you screw this on there, and you pour oil in it. So what else this functions as is it's an oil filter wrench. So you can see there's a 3/8" square drive for a ratchet. So what this does is it snugly fits onto a oil filter of your Subaru, and instead of the oil coming over the filter and getting all over your headers and stuff, it comes over the edge and gets funneled through here and comes out the bottom. That's that part. It's pretty cool. I really like that. So I'll be making a video with this soon showing you that product in action. These are just some parts that I have that are not in the car. So these are for EJ series engines. They are cylinder head intake port covers, and these are the cylinder head exhaust port covers. So I designed these so if you have your intake manifold off in the car, you're doing work, fuel system stuff, you can put these over your ports, and they come with hardware to screw them in. So you could do this instead of using painter's tape, which if you drop something that's heavy enough, it'll bust right through the painter's tape. And then the painter's tape also doesn't like to stick because it's kind of an oily surface. I wanted to make something that was durable, that you could have confidence that nothing would get in while your car is sitting. These are also really good for if you have an engine on the stand that you're working on. So if you have an engine you're working on, it's sitting on a stand, you don't want dust getting into the intake and exhaust ports. These are perfect for that. Bolt them on. They're not going to fall off over time like painter's tape. Nothing's going to bust through them. You don't have to leave rags in your ports and then forget about them and have all sorts of issues with that. So these are really cool for engine work, or just regular maintenance where you're going to be exposing your exhaust and intake ports to the environments for any amount of time. So I got those. I really like these. I've used them. These are all used, and you'll be seeing all this stuff popping up in videos soon. I've been waiting to upload videos relating to these components because I wanted to announce my website and then have the videos with all that stuff. So it was, if somebody watches my videos and they want to buy it, we're ready to go. These guys right here, these are universal 3-port boost control solenoid mounts. So for a Mac 3-port boost control solenoid, these are universal mounts. So this one uses two bolts. It comes with them. I just didn't pull them out. This is the high mount. So you can put a bolt here, and the Mac valve sits underneath here. And then this is a hidden mount. So the idea behind this one is if you want lightest weight, or you don't want the mount to show up, you just want the port boost control solenoid to be there, this bolts there. You bolt this into wherever you're mounting it, and then you bolt the boost control solenoid onto here, and you can't see the mount. So these are universal. You probably have to put like a riv nut somewhere for them to work. And then I also have t-shirts. Usually people with bigger channels do t-shirts, but I figured why not? I got the website already, so might as well make some t-shirts. So I put my logo on here, SW Speed Co. There is a logo on the front as well. I'm wearing one right now, I can show you. So I have them in all different materials. This is a cotton one. I have polyester blend, all different colors. all different sizes. And then this one is like a special for this color. So this is blue, and it has, you can see, yellow SW Speedco logo. And then on the back, so on the back it's got the yellow SW Speedco logo. So this is supposed to be like a nod to the Subaru WRC color, blue and yellow. So I really like this shirt too. But they're really soft, good quality shirts. So if you want a t-shirt, go check those out. I also have plans to make new t-shirts. So you can see I have, this is the silhouette of a Subaru Outback. So, and then it has the SW Speedco kind of fitting in with the wheel and stuff. So I want to use this similar design, but I want to do this with other Subaru models. So I'll have one for the different model years of STI, WRXs, Foresters, what have you. I will be working on designing more t-shirts. Maybe in the near future, you'll be able to buy an SW Speedco shirt with your car on it. Now I'm gonna show you some of the other parts that I made that are on the car. All right, so might as well start on the inside. This part is not on the website yet, but it will be soon. This is a switch panel for a Legacy or Outback. This bolts into your factory like shift bezel here, bolts in where the factory cigarette lighter and ashtray go. And you don't need to modify it in any way. You just unscrew the ashtray and screw this in and it works. And then it uses these 19mm button switches. You can get these in momentary or latching. These are latching ones. So you can wire these into whatever you want to. This one's wired into my engine bay lights. So I'm going to show you stuff in a minute. This one isn't on the website yet. I just haven't gotten around to adding it. Something else that's not on the website but will be soon, these center diff switch housing adapters. So this is where I think the lower trim models don't have anything here, but this is where your like factory seat heaters go. So I made this to fit my center diff controllers when I did the 6-speed swap in here. So you can check out that video too if you want to see this. But this needs a little bit more optimizing as far as fitment goes, so I have not added that to the website yet. Okay, so I got a lot of stuff in my engine bay, and that is why I started printing with nylon, because as you know, engine bays get really hot, and engines are even hotter. So having parts touching that those components, they need to be printed out of material that can withstand a lot of heat. So nylon is really good at that. And let me show you what I got going on here. So let's start over here. This is a ethanol content sensor mount. This is a universal mount. So it's hard to see with the way it's tucked in here, but this uses a like a GM style Continental ethanol content sensor. This is like the most common sensor that flex fuel kits use. This is a universal mount, and it just has 2 mounting locations. You can mount it wherever you want, and then connected to it is an adapter to use this universal mount for this car. It fits a few other models as well. Those fitments are listed on my website, but this is flex fuel sensor adapter bracket. So your factory fuel pressure regulator bolts onto this master cylinder brace, but normally there's like just a bracket there, but it works with both. So it bolts onto that factory fuel pressure regulator location and allows you to mount this flex fuel sensor in line with your inlet, so you can route your lines really nice and cleanly. And then coming over here, since you're getting rid of your factory fuel pressure regulator because they suck, we have an aftermarket fuel pressure regulator mount for the composite intake manifold car. So if your car is a composite intake manifold car, this fuel pressure regulator mount will work. This is a Aeromotive A1000, so it has the 2 bolts on the bottom for mounting, and then this adapts it to mount to this factory bracket here. This is where your one of your top mount intercooler brackets goes up, but it'll work with that as well. All those parts are printed out of nylon to withstand this engine bay temperatures, and I've been running these in the car for a while now, and no signs of warping, breaking, or anything. And then this is going to be kind of hard to see. You can see just the very end. These are TGV delete kits that I sell. So they come with a little tiny set screw. So you tap threads into the hole where the shaft normally goes, and then JB weld that set screw in there, and then those covers go on and give it like a clean look. So I'll put some pictures of those up here. This is, you know, a good testament to how this nylon filament works, because that part is literally touching the engine, so it gets really hot, and those parts are doing great. So this is that Mac 3-port boost control solenoid. So this is a mount specifically for these composite intake manifold cars. So from the factory, your boost control solenoid, your 2-port mounts right here, and your map sensor mounts right here. So this area right here is not big enough for one of these boost control solenoids, so I moved the map sensor over here and the boost control solenoid here. So this mount comes with mounting for the 3-port boost control solenoid and a relocation for the map sensor, and that fits all in there nice and tidy. And if you have a factory engine cover, that still will fit on here as well. And then this is something that's not on my website, but it's something I made just to kind of show you guys more. But this is a, if you can see here, this is a 3D printed cold air intake. So I might be, this one was designed to work with the Cobb silicone short SF intake, but be larger diameter. So I don't know if I can sell this legally because it's copying Cobb's product in a way, but it's a big MAF version of the Cobb SF intakes. If you're making over 350 horsepower, you need a bigger MAF housing. So this works with everything that comes in that Cobb kit, but it's a bigger MAF housing. But I might design my own cold air intakes and have those on the website at some point. But this nylon material, it works for cold air intakes too, which is really cool. So here's one more thing that's not on the website yet, but will be soon. I'm working on developing these hose separators. So this is just one that I made quickly just to hold these hoses together. So I'm making hose separators that are just separators, and hose separators that are also mounts. So if you wanted to mount this to like the firewall, you could separate the hoses and mount them. I don't want to ramble too much about this stuff, but you can buy hose separators for really cheap on Amazon that are aluminum, but the fitment on them is like horrendous, almost like one size fits all. They're very bad fitment. But so what I want to do to stand apart from that is to sell them in size increments of 1 millimeter, as well as selling them in like 2 hose separators, 4 hose separators, different size increments of 1 millimeter, so you can get, you can measure your hose and see how big it is and order the correct size hose separator so that it actually has a nice fitment, it doesn't slide around, and it actually works. I have never seen anybody do this, and this is a new product that I'm also developing that will be sold with these normal style hose separators. This is a hardwareless hose separator. Doesn't use any hardware, and it's a hose separator. This is for the same size here, but it works like such. Just like that. Hose separator, no bolt. So it's kind of a clean look, and they're very strong. These are printed out of nylon as well, carbon fiber nylon. So yeah, there's side-by-side comparison of the two. These are also going to be sold 1 millimeter increments, different hose separators, and I'm also going to develop a mounting system for this as well. But that's just a cool little product that I made. They're very durable, they're not going to slide off. I'm very happy with that. So look forward to these being on the website as well. So hopefully I didn't ramble too much. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, but it would mean the world to me if you guys went to my website and checked out what I have for sale. Even if you don't buy anything, just go check it out. All the stuff is very affordably priced. Most of the stuff is like half the price of like the competitors' products, and I think they're the same quality, if not better. On top of that, I also have free shipping. So free shipping on everything in the continental US, and very affordable pricing, very competitive pricing. So yeah, it would mean the world to me if you guys could go check out my website, swspeedco.com. I'll link it below, and there should be a shop tab below this video as well. So yeah, we got all the 3D printed products. They're print to order, so I'm not quite sure what the lead time will be, but I'm pretty quick, so it should be pretty quick, but some patience might be required. So I appreciate that in advance. It's just me working on this right now. So the part that you get is designed and made by me only. So hopefully you guys find that a little bit cool. I don't know of any other YouTubers or influencers who are this hands-on with their product, but I'm very particular and nitpicky, and I want everything to be good. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you could go to my website and just look, even if you don't buy anything, just go to the website and look around, see if there's anything you like. it would mean the world to me. I put a lot of time and effort and money into this business, and I'm really hoping it works out well. I really want to grow this business and make it better and be able to keep modifying cars a thing in the future and use this new technology to make it easier and more accessible to people. So that's my goal. So go to the website. We got 3D printed parts, 3D printed tools, equipment, Universal, Subaru. And we also got our t-shirts, the one I'm wearing as well. And then make sure you check in regularly. I'll be adding new stuff, and I'll be posting videos when new products are uploaded, and be posting a lot of YouTube shorts, testing products. I want to do some durability testing of 3D printed parts, because there is a notion that these parts are not strong, and they are. So I want to show you guys how strong they are. So if you are interested in a lot of stuff, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified when new products, new videos, and testing is uploaded. So if you like this video, please leave a like down below. If you have any questions for me, or maybe any products that you want, or comments in general, please leave those down in the comments below. If you know of somebody who might find this interesting, please share this video with them. And if you aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.